Okay, just a second, double checking sound. Hmm. Let's see here. Yep, there we go. Okay. So, I was supposed to be having a conversation with G-Man tonight, but given all the drama that happened, that doesn't look like it's ever going to happen. Not 100% sure what's going on. I tried sending him the link, and it come back that my email could not be sent. So I'm assuming he blocked me or something's going on there. So I figured I'd go ahead and go live anyways and take a look at some of the arguments I've seen from, let's see here, G-Man, Sister Cherry, and, people like Veckel. And how about even Jungle Jargon? Because there's a lot of misconceptions between just the four of those. Let's see here. First argument, let's go with Sister Cherry, since that was one of the ones that usually pops up. It even popped up in G-Man's thing earlier today. Somebody named DLC for Christ popped off that his brother was an atheist and he's a Christian, and he doesn't think that his brother hates him. So as you can see, the common misconception is that atheists hate all Christians, apparently. Well, that's just flat wrong. The majority of my family are Southern Baptist or Catholic, and I don't hate any of them. Even though I was disowned by most of my family, I still don't hate them. Okay. Another one is that we hate Jesus. Sorry, but that's also factually wrong. It's neither here nor there with us. We don't really believe the guy existed, so, or at least not as described in the Bible. I'm more prone to believe that Jesus may have existed, as an actual man, but the miracles, the four different stories of the death and resurrection, that it's all highly suspect, and I don't see any reason to believe it. So, yeah. There's that. Then we've got, sorry, I had a grain of sand in my hair. Decided to take the kids swimming at the lake this morning. But needless to say, yeah. I don't know. G-Man was definitely a little this morning, or this. Let's see here. Yeah, it would have been this morning. About 22 hours ago or so, he decided to call up Sister Cherry in the middle of the night, even though the poor woman was asleep, because apparently he was how was the way he put it? Righteous indignation is, I believe, the way he put it. He was pissy. Okay, it literally sounded like somebody, it sounded like one of my kids coming inside yelling at me, "Dad, they stole my ball." Okay, I'm sorry if that's the way I saw it, and I'm pretty sure that's the way a lot of people saw it. Yeah, if you're going to be posting your stuff on the internet, I don't know, maybe being an adult about it. I mean, the man's what, 40, 45 plus years old? Yeah, needless to say, I'm not going to get too far into that drama. That's just, that's childish and ridiculous. One that I love hearing about with, let's see here, Jungle Jargon. He's a fun one. Pretty much anytime you go into modern day debates chat, or actually just about any other debates chat, it's always, you can't get power unless it's from a greater power. But yet anytime you start messing with him, or you start, asking him to define power, suddenly he's got this like copy paste script that he's got, which is just, you don't know what power is. Yeah, that's why we're asking you to define it. But then it's suddenly, you don't know what power is. God is power. Okay, ask him to define which one of the uses of the word power that he's talking about, because there's like 6 of them. And he said, it just turns into all power comes from God. And it's like, okay, this guy's a broken record. He has absolutely nothing to add to any conversation. Yeah, it's a little, let's see here, not so much irritating as it is annoying. I mean, but at the same time, this is the kind of shit that I have a catharsis to. I don't know. I just find it funny, just trying to see how long it takes me to get him off his script. Which I've got to hand it to Jungle Jargon. Usually, sometimes he can last up to an hour. Now, the interesting part about that is, let's see here. The interesting part that I see on that one with Jungle Jargon is he has got this weird argument. I'm not going to get into that. You guys, if you've seen any of my other videos about him, he's got this weird take on trying to cram science into the Bible, and it fails flat on its face. So I'm not going to get into that. One thing that I have noticed, though, you got all of these misconceptions about atheists, and that's what this video is going to be about tonight. Like I said, with Sister Cherry, she seemed to have thought that, I guess she seemed to completely ignore G-Man's behavior with regards to atheists, because she was just, his sister in Christ, he was her brother in Christ, with regards to battling the Black Hebrew Israelites. Well, the thing is, the majority of the atheists that I know don't like the Black Hebrew Israelites. I mean, every time that I've seen them, it looks like a bunch of goofballs in dime store costume shop, crowns and, capes and some goofy ass outfits, costumes, whatever you want to call them. And they're just out there preaching the Bible, but at the same time, the way that they're trying to preach it, it's like you've got a bunch of third graders out there that can barely read, or they've got this megaphone where it sounds like they're trying to gag on the receiver. So yeah, I mean, that's the last time I checked, Sun Tzu, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. You would think that somebody would have some common ground with people that says, hey, this group's a piece of shit. Why don't we recruit this group because they also think they're a piece of shit? But I guess it doesn't work that way. When you want to lambaste everyone, you're not going to make many friends. So, needless to say, with G-Man especially, he has got all of these preconceived notions that just don't hold any water. He loves to use the presuppositional argument without fully understanding it. Unfortunately, the problem with the presuppositional argument is the fact that in order to believe it as true, you have to presuppose the conclusion. Okay, the presuppositional argument itself is a circular argument by definition. I mean, it's circular reasoning, and you turn around and put God of the gaps in there to finish that link in the circle. I mean, that's literally what it is. You know, it's basically, you know, without God, you can't know anything. Therefore, God must exist. That's presuppositionalism in a nutshell. Matt Slick, Darth Dawkins, they do it better than G-Man does, and they can't even do it right. So it's that bad. The thing is most people that are, you know, the staunch Christian fundamentalists, that they have these misconceptions about atheists, and one of the ones that I find hilarious is the what is it, the Matthew. I've only read the Bible. I've only read the Bible a couple of times. I'm not going to start quoting verses. There is a verse in the Bible that says that the unbeliever suppresses the truth in unrighteousness. I'm pretty sure any biblical scholar will know what verse I'm talking about, and I know just about every Christian will know exactly what verse I'm talking about. I don't care. Okay. When a 2,000-year-old book, and I know it's not even 2,000 years old because there were parts of it that were written over 100 years after Jesus died. So 17, 18, 1900-year-old book, whatever the hell you want to call it, is not going to be able to predict what is going on in my head. Okay. So if it claims that I'm suppressing the truth and unrighteousness, I don't care, because I don't. I mean, it's that simple. Okay. And in order to do that, I would have to be unrighteous in the first place. Now, the problem is with that is the definition of righteousness. Okay. Hell, I'm going to go ahead and do this. That way I'm not going to misquote myself. Righteousness. Righteousness, the quality of being morally right or justifiable. Goodness, virtue, uprightness, decency, integrity. Integrity is a good one. I like that one. Okay, so in order to be unrighteous, you have to be immoral. I've never been to jail. Matter of fact, atheists tend to make up a very distinct and very minimal proportion of the population of jail. And that's something that a lot of theists have issues with. So yeah, it seems like we're disproportionately more righteous than the rest of the population. I find that funny. Let's see here. Truth and righteousness. You have. What else we got? Okay, well, yep. I guess I'm going to go ahead and end it here, because obviously G-Man's not going to be stopping by at all. He's live on his own channel. I guess I'll finish this another day. I'm going to try and start posting at least once a week. This is a hobby for me. I'm not really all that. I'm not really all that serious about this. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, hobby, not job, not monetized at all. But yeah, y'all have a good one. Let's go see, or I'm going to go ahead and head over to G-Man's channel and we'll figure out what the heck he's doing. That's always fun. But think critically, eat your meat. It's good for you.